What's up, everybody? I figured I'd come in and I'd look at the shop here for Fortnite. If anybody can hear me, this would be highly appreciated and highly interpreted. Obviously, they brought Harley Quinn back. The Feudal Gotham bundle, to where you can get all these. Whoa, it's like a glitch here. Interesting. Oh, it's because I already bought the. Duh. I already bought the Batman. I got the Batman because everybody thinks I sound like Batman when I'm playing. It's Batman. That's what I sound like. So that's why people do that. Um, I am not a fan of the Disney villains at all. Not that if you're not, that it's not cool, but I mean, they could have done so much better. They could have got like people from Aladdin, etc. Master Chief had to get it. Growing up playing Halo, come on, man. Come on, man. Had to get that. Had to get the Master Chief for sure on that one. I really, really, really want a Star Wars Stormtrooper Samurai really bad, but my problem is I kind of want more of an OG Stormtrooper than the Samurai edition. So like, I obviously it's cool. I think it's legit. I don't know. I'd rather have an OG Stormtrooper because the joke is obviously if you're not very good at shooting games, you're more of a Stormtrooper. Duh. Um. Hey, if you like funny stuff, this is hilarious. But to me, it's whatever. So I won't get it. But I can definitely see why somebody would get this because it's hilarious. Um. Definitely don't know much about this show. I wish. Let's just be honest. The John Wick, the Johnny Silverhand. Can we just get a Matrix one in here? Can we get Neo? If they brought a Neo skin, I would be freaking out because that's what I want. I want a Matrix bundle going on. I I don't know much about Cyberpunk 2077 to know much about all that. I will say the vehicle is sick, but again, I don't know much about the movie, so it doesn't really strike my fancy. I like the Edward Scissorhand skin a lot. My only issue is my only issue is that obviously the whole like aiming thing is a problem, so that's why I don't get it. But legit, Johnny Depp's one of his best movies ever, ever. It's what put him on the map. I think a lot of people would say there's other movies that put him on the map, but that was the one. I love this skin a lot, and here's why. You get basically two separate skins, or three if you want to think about it, where you can have him masked, unmasked, and he's black or red. Sure, there's like gold and black in it, but it's still basically Black Spider-Man. I love it. I think it's legit, and I love this version of what it looks like for Spider-Man. I love it. So I love that skin. That's why I had to buy it for Christmas. Again, these ones are cool too. They're sweaty, but not my type. This one is sick. If I was rich, this one is sick. Like the overall visual, the overall everything about this Spider-Man Noir skin is filthy. Like if you're into like comic book stuff, this is sick. All black. Yeah, I'm for sure all in on that one. Like I think it's awesome, and I think it's so cool altogether. But I don't want to buy it because again, I don't have any major affinity for Spider-Man. I just like Spider-Man in general. I just like Spider-Man by itself. All the dances. Had to get the Mariah Carey bundle because I have the Eminem bundle. And for those of you that don't know, they have a behind-the-scenes beef from way back in the day, and this is hilarious. It is hilarious that they brought her in with Eminem, especially since Eminem is in the game and they have Eminem in the shop. I don't think they have Eminem in the shop right now, but yeah, they still do. See, that's just hilarious to me. I love that. That's Fortnite knows what they're doing. That's pretty amazing. Secretly, I honestly think Mariah Carey loves Eminem. I just think that she's too much into her own head and regarding all the drama and all the stuff that she can't admit to the fact that she could go for that because I think her image in her brain tells her otherwise. which is amazing. Which is why Fortnite, when they got these two skins in the game, especially for Christmas, is absolutely magical. These are cool for New Year's. I think these are legit. I love it. Again, great skin, great original skin. I don't want to get it, but great original skin. If you love Krampus, you got to get this. If you're a Krampus fan, come on, man. This is a legit skin. Gingerbread bundle again. Christmas is over, so it is what it is. I really wanted a Shaq skin, but I will say, not gonna lie, how often will I use it? I think it's dope. I think it's cool. I think they could do better. I won't lie to you. If they ever come out with a Shaq skin where he's wearing his old stuff from back when he played for the Lakers back in the day, I would buy it right now, all day, every day. But I doubt that'll ever happen. If it ever did, I would buy it now, like instantly. Kind of like the old school LeBron James one. I would buy it now. Everybody's freaking out about these OG skins going down. Y'all need to get a life. Go touch some grass. Because I think it's legit, but I mean, at the same time, I didn't earn it. I didn't play this. I'm not going to buy them because I'm not interested. But if you ever played this game back in the day, which I downloaded this game on my PlayStation 4. This is a PS5 now, but I downloaded this game on my PS4 back when it first came out in 2017, September of 2017 onto console. And I played a couple of rounds, whatever, and I was like, this game isn't for me. It was so dry. A lot of the OG that you see right now or that you're playing is very, 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 very dry for when it first came out. And I remember when it came out, and I remember sitting there thinking, like, okay, this is super cool, but at the same time, like, there were so many other Battle Royale games, so I wasn't into it. They gotta bring the high top Air Forces, and I will buy them. But for 1,000 V-Bucks, as we have all talked about, I'm not interested. Again, if these were Air Forces, I would get them. I'm a huge Air Force fan. Just Nike Air Forces, they're my shoe. If these were high top, I would get them, but they're not, so I'm not getting them. I can't wait for the ice cream shoes coming out. Totally getting those when they come out. I like wraps, but to be honest with you, I don't think any of them are worth buying. They're always a little way too overpriced. If wraps were like 100 V-Bucks, I would totally get more, but they're like 300, 500. They're not worth it. It's like shoes. If shoes were like half the price they are, it would be a business decision. If these were 300 V-Bucks, I would think about it. These were 500 V-Bucks, I would think about it. 1,000? That's crazy. I'm not going to buy any shoe until I desperately want it, which there's none on there that I desperately want. I like all of these. Obviously, they're all just kind of original things that they put together, which is great. If you like stuff that's non-sponsored, they're absolutely fun, creative. It gets your imagination going in regards to how do they create this stuff, which I love. For the most part, I'm cool with it. I don't buy them. I don't get them. But for if you're all into the cheap creativity of skins to have something that people don't have or won't have, then these are cool. I'm all about the sponsorship. I'm a sucker for that stuff. FNCS, this all happened back in the summer. I remember seeing all these. The Messi skin, if you love soccer, I think this is legit. I'm not the biggest soccer fan. I respect the heck out of the sport. I respect the fact that it's the biggest sport in the world. So the Messi skin is cool. I like the emote. The emote's really cool. Yeah, I love that. That's cool. The Snoop Dogg Cadillac bundle's cool. They've had Snoop Dogg in the thing since November 1st. I mean, we're going into the new year, and the Snoop Dogg is all up in the shop still. I have all these M&M skins. I bought all these back when I first jumped back into Fortnite back in late May of 2024, earlier this year. Like I said, I originally started playing Fortnite when it first came out in September of 2017, was not interested. I jumped back in around February of 2018 for a little bit. And then I came back, I think it was 2, 3 years later, about 2020, when I had downtime with my daughter after my wife gave birth to her. I played for like maybe a couple rounds, and again, I wasn't into it. And then my nephews told me at one of my at his birthday party, his 20th birthday party, his 9-year-old nephew, or his 9-year-old brother was like, "Dude, do you play Fortnite?" And I was like, "I haven't played Fortnite in like years." This was in the May, and I saw this skin when I popped back on, and I was like, you know what? Screw it, I'm in. I'll play some Fortnite, and I have. And you know what? I have been locked in. I have been locked into Fortnite for the last now going on legit 7 months. For the last 7 months, it's been really a part of my routine nightly bedtime routine. Ha ha ha. My nightly routine before going to bed. Play some Fortnite, check some things out, read up on all the things that are coming to the game or not. And, there's things that are hit and miss. I don't have the Battle Pass this season. I don't like the Battle Pass this season, but that doesn't mean I have to be all in all the time. At the same time, this kind of collab right here is incredible. This is awesome. I grew up listening to Eminem, literally the same age as my youngest, well, not youngest nephew. I got a couple other nephews and nieces that are younger, but really my nephew that has been in my life for as long as I've known my wife. He's 10 years old. He was born when I first met my wife. And like, he is the same age that I was when Eminem first started getting popular in the late 90s, early 2000s. And so I was like, yeah, I have to get this skin. And then I played more and I played more and I played more. And I was like, you know what? Fortnite has got it going on. There's some cool stuff going on with Fortnite. And yeah, again, like I said, hit or miss. I don't have the battle pass this month, but I bought the battle pass for Chapter 5 Season 3. I bought the battle pass for Chapter 5 Season 4, which I loved. Chapter 5 Season 4. Sure, was there too much gimmicky, businessy, comic book stuff going on where they were just sponsoring it for money? Absolutely, 100%. At the same time, you got to make money where you can make money, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I loved it from the standpoint of it got my imagination going for like when they get back to some original content, which they do now, which OG, which came back in December, the beginning of December, and then in November with the remix month, remix season, etc. Which I bought the battle pass for that, and kind of honestly after that, I was like, I'm good. I'm not into the Japanese stuff. Not that it's not cool or anything. It's just not my thing. I mean, I have respect for it. It's just not my thing. And honestly, the OG pass, it's so short. And I know they're going to have multiple over the coming months with this whole like revamped renewal, nostalgia trip. Uh-oh. Whatever they did in the shop, they reset something. Maybe because it's the top of the hour. I think it's just the top of the hour. Yeah, nothing new. Um, but with the fact that they, have this new thing going on with OG, I have respect for it. But I will say this as somebody who started playing the game when it first came out. The way Fortnite is today is so much more of a megalodon, not to be, not to use a phrase or to be corny from 20, from chapter 5, season 3. Um, but legit, there is, um, there is a thing now with Fortnite where there is a legit vibe with the actual game. Whereas back then it was just another battle royale. And I know that there's obviously more to it and all that other stuff, but now Fortnite's kind of like Roblox in some regard. Which if you've seen some of my stuff, my content with um, my daughter and we play Roblox all the time. I'm not saying it's like too much, but with it being the winter season up here in the Pacific Northwest and it being super cold and rainy and windy and all that, like we're on the games quite more often than we would be during the summer. Not that we don't play during the summer, but it's way more nowadays. And obviously we go play, but it's different. And Fortnite's going down that realm. It's fun, it's interesting. I think they still need to find a niche, but the battle royale aspect of this game is so aesthetically pleasing and it's so good in regards to its own uniqueness and how it's evolving. And I feel like the evolution of the game is getting better and better and better. Sure, are there things financially that the game is diving into in regards to its opportunity to cash out? 100%. And For some of the people who've been playing this game or who've been around the game for as long as they have, is it frustrating? I can understand why, but as somebody who jumped in really full time at the end of May of 2024, basically right around Memorial Day, as somebody who jumped in legit, I I like it, you know, and I don't care again because I'm not a true OG of this game. I remember when it came out. I know what it was. I'm just I like the fact that it's at a point where it can be monetized to the degree in which it can be. It can be hyped up to the way it can be. Shoot, I was watching the college football playoff and they had OG season sitting there as a sponsor for one of the games. I'm like, you know what? That's pretty sweet. Like that's pretty legit. Considering the vibe of the game, the way content creators can do what they do, the news distributed, there's so many things that you can now get for add-ons for the game. And at the end of the day, the respect level of that the game is still free. I mean, yes, there's some predatory stuff like in most games, but in regards to the overall landscape of the game and the fun that it provides, I can find myself playing multiple different modes and I'm going to have a great time. You know, you don't just have to play ranked. You don't just have to play regular battle royale. You can play whatever you want. And overall, the game's going to come out and feel fresh and different. Not every day, not all the time. I will admit, when I have a battle pass, which I've had multiple times over the last 7 months, outside of this month, I had it for 6 months. Outside of this past month, I grind on all of the quests. I haven't looked at quests in the last month. Really? Yeah, really a little over a month now because I finished all my quests for the remix really quick. And after that, I kind of learned I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a step back from the battle pass. If I don't really like stuff, I'm going to be selective. And I used to look at the quests every day, like literally chapter 5, season 4 quests every day. I would grind just for the storyline. And that's the part I love about the connection between Fortnite the gaming and then Fortnite the like content creation. There are people like, not to give out free names, but they deserve it because I really like him. Restro, he is unbelievable. Every time I'm watching Restro and I'm sitting there and I'm watching his content, he hasn't come out with content for over a month now, whether it's because he's in college, which I totally understand, or if it's because he doesn't find the new stuff up, or maybe he's just taking a break, or maybe he just doesn't want to do content. Who knows? It could be a bunch of things. Who knows? But I love his stuff. I love how he goes through the storyline of Fortnite from beginning until now. And I know a bunch of other people do the same thing. And I love it because it opens up my mind from a creativity perspective. And I love the fact that now that I've been kind of reintroduced to a brand new game in May of 2024, and you look at the Chapter 5 Season 3, which is basically Mad Max evolution of Fortnite for the summer, it's brilliant. And again, I know that the money, because as I've gone through all of the history of Fortnite, rewatching it the last 7 months and re-going through it on YouTube and all these other places where I can collect the content and the narration and the understanding, you can tell that there's some gaps and there's some interesting changes with the way the game has gone from, you know, OG from when it first started in 17 and 18, and then obviously when they started doing seasons, and then they did a chapter 2 season 2, and they stopped the game for 2 days back in the day, and all these weird things that they would do with the game to make it interesting. I feel like there is an interesting storyline that they've kind of dug themselves into, but I also feel like for people like me who really love the storyline, they could do better and they could improve upon it and make it more obvious. And I feel like this year, 2024, just to kind of, we're at the end of the year, they really had a big time up and down differential with a storyline that, unless it was that particular season, was nothing related to like the lineage of how the game really goes. Like it's a lot of weird. You can tell that the money seeps in so hard that it takes away from the creative narrative, which I can see how a lot of people would get super frustrated with. At least if they're OGs, or at least if they're people who've come in and out of the game. And I feel like if Fortnite wants to really, and there's a lot of things in pop culture, life, big business that could pull from this. I feel like if Fortnite just stuck to a very, very good story making script instead of diving into all these money pit holes, which are amazing, they're making a ton of money. But if they're going into these pitfalls of what they're doing, instead of just doing that, they could then create an opportunity for a real storyline, which they have. They have that. It's just it's so up and down based upon my perspective of playing the game for the last 7 months and seeing how it's played out, seeing how all the history of the storylines and how it's changed, etc. And I know there's a lot of different angles. There's competitive stuff for this. There's obviously the new Lego. There's Festival that's been introduced. There's a bunch of these other things that have come into the game. And overall, I like it because it opens up creativity. It opens up opportunity for other things to do, for you to have fun in a different way. I just feel like if they wanted to have a direct storyline, they could make it more linear. And I know that's not always fun and that doesn't always make the most money, but I feel like you would have way more of a dedicated fan base in that regard if you made a storyline opportunity more linear. Now, I can't speak for Save the World because that's probably what is going on in that mode, but I also play this game on a free basis. Obviously, I pay for skins. I mean, you look at these. I've paid for stuff, but if I didn't have to pay for stuff, I wouldn't. Right now, I don't have a battle pass. If I didn't want to buy skins, I wouldn't. I've only bought them because I really want some of them, right? Like some of them I really, really want. That's on my own decision making. That's not because I'm hard pressed backed by a battle pass that I need to pick, right? So like I feel like from a storyline perspective, they could do better, and I think they probably know that. But they're also making so much cheese off of sponsorships, off of Disney and Epic coinciding, and now they're about to make so much more money. So the money is obviously saturating the product in regards to the storyline, but in regards to the content, I mean, their content is ridiculous. So who's to, right? Who's to judge? How am I to judge? I'm not in this company. I don't work for this company. I don't know. But just from an outsider's perspective of somebody who's been locked in the last 7 months of all things informationally, all things within the game, within the kid realm with my nephews and playing with them in this game, and then their friends and hearing what they say, like Fortnite's in a really, really cool cultural spot right now. And I wish when I was my nephew's age back in the late 90s, early 2000s, if something like this existed, I would be so hooked to the point where I don't know what I would do. And especially if the storyline was better, not saying it's not good because it is, but if it was something that they could make more linear, and again, that might be the case in Save the World. Maybe I need to dive into Save the World. If somebody in the comments could tell me, dive into Save the World or whatever from a storyline lineage perspective, if they had that, I would even be more in. Because I love when video games have a deep and coinciding storyline that doesn't just try to get you to pay for stuff. Which again, I know Fortnite's trying to get people to pay for stuff to keep their content and money and generate. I get all that. And obviously I'm doing a thing on this because of it. But I don't just do this because I want to make money or want to do anything. I do this because I legit have a passion for Fortnite. It's become a real thing with my cousins, with their friends, or sorry, my nephews, their friends, and us talking about the content or the game or how to improve, you know, guns that we like to use when the guns change, types of guns. Like that's the best part about this game is like there's so much variety of things to discuss and it's its own cultural wave, which I have mass respect for. And that's why when I look at this skin and why we've been sitting on the skin for 20 minutes now is what it feels like. I bought this skin because really like I sat there and I was like, this taps into who I was when I was 9, 10 years old, just like my nephew, who got me back into this game. And so then when I play this game and I see all this cool stuff that comes out, I want to learn more about it. I want to know more about it. I want to know the backstory. I want to know the back history of it. And seeing it, this skin was like, you know what? This is cool. I never thought I'd buy a skin on Fortnite, and bam, here we were. Because the skin I started with was Blue Ranger. Is it Blue Ranger? Hold on, there it is. Blue Team Leader. Like, I got this skin in February 2018 because I re-upped my PS Plus, my PlayStation Plus on PlayStation 4. And I didn't have any other skins. All these other skins have come about over the last, what is it, 7 months that I've talked about. This was the first skin I bought. Well, this bundle. I bought the whole bundle. I bought the entire bundle. But outside of that, this came with a battle pass. Battle pass, battle pass. I just bought this for Christmas. Battle pass. I got that in the free Yule thing. Christmas, Christmas. I got that after the. By the way, what a great concert. What a great concert. This is a great skin too, by the way. I love this skin. I have it as an outfit on my I have it as an outfit on my View loadout. It's my favorite. It's my 1000 because obviously he has 999 on the back, and then if you utilize the did I get rid of it? Oh no, here it is. Boom. The number 1, right? From the battle pass from the remix. So you put it as 1000. Like there's some cool stuff in here in this game that can get your creative juices going. And I really love it. Like I think it's absolutely phenomenal how you can just do so much with this game. And again, it it gets that fun, creative, you know, outlet cooking when, you got kids and we got a second one on the way coming here within the next month. And it's fun to be able to come down here and just play. And like this is with the skin that ignited all of it and started it. And I think it's really cool that they brought this in. And then that's kind of where this led me to now. So that's what makes Fortnite fun. That's what makes this game, honestly, one of the more fun, chill, low, not low budget. This game's not low budget anymore, but low behind the scenes, like ways to just relax and not have to worry about life in so many different regards, and connect with my nephews and like keep up on what's popular in pop culture for them. And I find that valuable. I find that incredibly valuable. So that's why I like this. That's what kind of brought upon all that whole thing with the skin. The Snoop Dogg thing has been out forever. It's been out for almost 2 months now. And I think it's funny who bought the Snoop Dogg skin. Honestly, if you sit there, you're like, hold on. Then they come out with the free skin they come out with the free skin for the Winterfest. I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't buy a Snoop skin because I got this for free. Like, that's all that matters. Just get that one for free, and I did. And like I said, when it comes to predatory, these are cool, by the way. I mean, obviously, this Raven one is really cool. I like the pink one that they came out with in the bundle. Yeah, this one right here, the Storm one. That is sick. I feel like if you're into this, that is a great deal. $5 for this skin. I mean, I don't want it. I don't need it. 'Cause I'm never gonna really use it. But that is sick. If you're into that, that is so sick. But see, when it comes back down to like what you value, I call it predatory, but it comes down to what you value. If you want to do the 1 month crew thing to get all of this, good. But guess what? You're not getting all of it forever unless you keep resubscribing, which is fine. That's the new model. That's what they want to do. The battle pass for the entire 2.5 months or 3 months that they have it. I mean, great. But again, if you look at this battle pass, like let's go into it. Like if you go look at the battle pass and you really check it out, like I don't want this skin. I don't want it. I'm never gonna use it. 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 Like, don't have any interest. Don't get me wrong. That's pretty sweet. But I'm never gonna use it. Like I'm never gonna why would I? No, I have no interest. I don't care. Like I don't have an interest in that skin. I don't have an interest in that skin. Like, again, I am not sitting here trying to tell you not to buy the battle pass. If you want it, the Godzilla skin is going to be funny. When people start getting that, that's going to be awesome. And the boss is going to be cool. But like, it's not my thing. And then if you look at the other passes, the OG pass, all right, these are cool. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. The Renegade Rebel, like, all right, I'm not going to use it. Same with this one. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. Like, I think they're cool. I'm never going to use them. Not for anything that I'd like to use. That's probably the only thing I would use during like Halloween, but I have so many Halloween skins now. Some of the emotes are cool. Like some of the emotes are cool, but again, I'm never gonna get the music pass. Don't even get me started. Like it's cool, but again, what's my incentive to get any of this stuff? Like I don't know. I look at it all and I'm like, I'm never gonna use it. What's the point? Lego Pass. I rarely ever play Lego. I really only play Lego if my daughter wants to play Fortnite. Like that's about it. So it's like there's no hate on any of this stuff. It's just the reality of the beast. Ultimately, I don't have the need to do all this. Sure, do I play OG when I want to? Yeah, but I'm not gonna spend 10, 9.83, little almost $10 on a pass where the games and stuff I don't really care about. I cared about Chapter 5, Season 4. I cared about that a lot. I cared about that a lot. I just I don't care about these ones as much. I cared about Chapter 5 Season 3 because I'd never done it before. I didn't max out my battle pass because I got it a little bit late, but I also didn't play the game as much as I do now when I first got it, but it was fun. And real I won't lie to you. Chapter 5 Season 4 was when I really got like locked into Fortnite more. I made it a routine to play more and more often because I loved the quests. They were great. The Doom quests, all the other quests. I like this one too. The Ghoul Punk pack, that is sick. That is sick. Like I like that one. Like some of these are really cool. Like that's cool. But again, I will rarely ever play with them. So why am I going to get them? I won't get them. I understand for people who love Fortnite beyond my level of capacity, but I just don't have the interest. Like overall, I don't have the interest from that degree. Like I have enough skins. Look at all my skins. Look at all these. These are great. In fact, I'm gonna put my 1,000 skin on right now. Like I love my 1,000 skin. It's great. The emotes I got are all sick. Like I do the teach me how to Dougie skin. Like so all these things are great. But overall, like I don't have any of the battle passes for a reason. And obviously like the Batman skin is sick. I think that's sick. So that's why I got it. I know the OG Batman's coming back, which I might regret if I look at it and see that it's going to be better than this one, but I have to see it first and like really like look around, you know what I mean? Like look at it and all that stuff. So, well, thanks for jumping in and listening to me banter forever. Let's see how long this went. 30 minutes? 34-minute video? Again, I promise these won't be as long as they will be in the future, but I'll get some gameplay going here soon, and you'll see that coming out on my PlayStation or my YouTube channel. Most of the time it'll be me and my daughter playing on the phone Fortnite, or sorry, Roblox. So that'll be my daughter and I. So anyway, thanks for listening to me banter. Have a good one.